It is time, it is time, it is time for a big change, my gorgeous Taurus. It is all going to start with this idea you are going to have. This idea you are going to have is most certainly going to ignite your passion for life. But let me tell you something. The way this is going to happen, the way this is going to unfold, it really is to do with this specific person in your life. It's to do with this specific person in your life where all this is going to stem from. It's to do with this person who was getting on your nerves for like a very long time, and only recently this person kind of stopped getting on your nerves. Only recently this person stopped getting on your nerves. Or maybe it could even happen that as of or from the beginning of this week, this person is just not going to get on your nerves anymore. And I think maybe you have been stubborn about something, and for a while this person hasn't been getting on your nerves, for example, and you didn't realize that this person hasn't been going on your nerves for a while. But now, for some reason, if you didn't realize this, you will most certainly know this. You will most certainly realize this at around the beginning of this week, that this person is not getting on your nerves because something is going to happen, something is going to take place, and it's the face that this person is going to show. It's to do with this person, who this person is. It's to do with their personality, and it's also to do with what they're going to do and what they're going to say at around the beginning of this week. And this is really going to awaken you when it comes to this person, and it's really kind of going to start this process of reconciliation as well in between you and somebody else who you just did not get on with for a while, or that person was really getting on your nerves for a while, and only now you will realize that this person is not getting on your nerves anymore. As I said, I think subconsciously, and I know that this is going to sound crazy, but as I mentioned before, subconsciously this person hasn't been going on your nerves for a while, but you were so stubborn about something that happened in between you two, and you didn't even realize that the fog has kind of lifted in between you two, and this is gonna be this breaking point at around the beginning of this week where you are going to realize this. And it's brilliant because it is somebody really nice, it is somebody really genuine, and it's not a person who is horrible or anything like that, but I just think that something must have happened in between you, some kind of an argument or something like that a while back that went for way too long. The reason why am I talking about this person for so long, my gorgeous Taurini, it's because it's important, because you will be able to see things from a completely different perspective when it comes to that person as well. There is something really magical actually going to take place in your life, because subconsciously probably you have been like holding some kind of a grudges towards this person for a while, and maybe that person was holding some kind of a grudges against you for a while, for example. But it's important from your point of view, from your aspect, from your point of view, and from your perspective, because that's why I decided to call this like a magical experience. Something magical is going to happen, because at the same time you are transcending right now. This, believe me or not, has been still kind of holding you back. So you've got two big mamas happening here at the same time. On one hand, it's like almost, it reminds me of this process of like you forgiving something to somebody. It's like that basically. It's reminding me like of this process where you forgive something to somebody, and then you are basically able to move on. You're able to move forward, because a lot of the time people don't understand that when we are holding certain grudges towards somebody, there is this very important element of us that it's like connected to everything else in our lives. It's holding us back from certain things we could achieve. when it comes to us achieving our full potential, because every single thing in our life is in our lives are, is so connected, every single thing. And especially when we are like a feeling really negative about somebody, or something is left unresolved, or we feel really negative, with our subconscious mind, without even realizing, we are really kind of in the background. We tend to work against ourselves, because as I said, everything is connected. So this is why you have two big mamas. On one hand, it's going to be like reconciliation in between you and that particular person, but on another hand, this particular person is going to play a major role when it comes to your life, and when it comes to you having this absolutely brilliant idea you're going to have through this person, from this person. And this idea is going to ignite your passion for life. My gorgeous Torini, this is so important. I need you to understand that when it comes to this particular idea, it's really a lot to do with what that person is exactly doing in their life, what that person is exactly focusing on in their life, because there is a really beautiful change happening in that person's life, and what that person is focusing on, and that particular change that's going on in that person's life, this is something that you are, oh my God, going to be able to connect to so much. You will clearly understand why that person is going to be so happy, and it's really to do a lot with some kind of a major, like a big mama lifestyle change that particular person is doing, and this is really going to rub off on you quite a lot. The reason why am I saying this is because that's why you're going to have this amazing idea, this brilliant idea, which is going to ignite your passion for life. Not only this is going to be a tremendous moment in time when it comes to this reconciliation, where you're going to be able to transcend, my gorgeous Torini, but you're also going to realize exactly what do you want to do as well. Exactly what do you want to do as well. It's about you living your life in a certain way. It's about you living your life in a certain way, and that's all that I can say, because it's a lot to do with the lifestyle. It's a big, massive, giant lifestyle change that person is doing, and you have no idea what exactly is going to be awakened within you, my gorgeous Torini. It's an idea. It's more than just an idea. When something ignites your passion for life, it's going to be like, oh my God, your main focus. You're just going to realize what you want to do so badly, and you're not going to be able to stop thinking about it, my gorgeous Torini, whatsoever. And this is about you really kind of wanting to live your life, like that. You will want to have this type of change in your life. You really are going to be impressed and inspired by exactly what this person is doing, and you will feel that person's happiness. You will feel that person's energy. You will know exactly where that person is coming from, and something is going to be awakened within you, and I cannot even describe with words how you are going to feel. And like a lot of the time, you're also going to be keep on reminding of your childhood and the time when you were really happy. And I'm not saying that you're unhappy now, but you will be reminded a lot of time of your childhood and of that particular freedom that you used to have when you were a child, that innocence. It has got so many different elements that are connected to it, that are going to be playing an important role when it comes to you being pointed towards this particular direction. Oh my God, this new energy that's about to enter your life, it's going to be absolutely beautiful. And and of course, when you become aware of this, when you have this amazing idea, that this is probably going to be the beginning of one of the most beautiful venture of your entire life. And I don't care how old you are, it doesn't mean anything, seriously. This is going to be probably one of the most beautiful ventures, or the most beautiful venture of your entire life, seriously. And I know that you are going to feel like, oh my God, but I don't know how to start this. I need to do this and I need to do that. You're going to be like, oh my God, contemplate resonating quite a lot, because you will be thinking, well, I can't do anything at the moment. I can't do anything at the moment, but this is the life path that I want to take. I want to do this, and I want to live my life like this as well. Whatever this person is doing, it's amazing, and you will know that you will be able to live your life, you know, in your own way if you all do this as well. Absolutely brilliant. Something major is going to happen here, and this in itself is really going to change your life. And this is the power of those people in our lives that are meant to be in our lives. You know, this is somebody who was getting on your nerves for a very long time, but most certainly this person is meant to be in your life, because only those people who are meant to be in our lives, who are meant to be in our journey, it can make such an important impact. There you go. That's to prove my point. Thank you, darling. You see what I mean? Yes. So you're gonna feel like, oh well, I don't know. It's not the right time when it comes to this idea. When it's not the right time, you know, I don't know what to do, and my hands are at the moment tied behind my back. Don't worry about it whatsoever. Don't worry about it whatsoever. Listen, this idea, it's going to be giant, it's going to be enormous. And when you have this idea, you will realize how you want to live your life. And you will realize what you want out of your life as well. And at that moment in time, something is going to happen where you're already setting boundaries here as well. You're already protecting your energy, and you're already setting boundaries here without even realizing. Okay, and when I said this idea, it's going to ignite your passion for life, and when I said that there is nothing you're going to be able to do about it straight away, let me tell you something, that already by the end of this week, it's going to take it around 7 days, baby, and it's also going to play an important role, like which things are going to be happening in between. There are going to be millions of synchronicities you are going to have, and all these synchronicities are going to be like pointing you towards the right direction, and towards this giant step you will really kind of want to make. So by the time you get to the end of this week, at around the end of this week, already, my gorgeous Torini, you are most certainly going to come out of your comfort zone, you know, and that's all what it needs. When I say that you're gonna come out of your comfort zone, you will open your mind by the end of this week, and that in itself means that it is kind of going to be something offered to you. It's going to be something offered to you at around the end of this week, and you're not going to like what's going to be offered to you. And all I can say to you, it's going to make you feel really unsatisfied. It's going to remind you of the life, of the actual life you don't want to live. What's going to be offered to you, it's not going to feel good, it's not going to sound good, and it's like you maybe like kind of starting something, some kind of option is going to be offered to you to start something, and you're going to feel like, oh no, baby, no, I'm going backwards with my life. I'm going backwards with my life. I don't want to do this. And this is where you're gonna snap out of it, and you're not gonna like this. And this in itself, it's gonna happen at a time when your mind is already going to be open. And now, after that moment in time, you are really going to realize that whatever you're gonna refuse, whatever you're gonna reject, what's gonna be offered to you, and you would just be going backwards with that, with your life. You know, of course, is the right thing to do. Whatever this is, it's also going to play an important role when it comes to you really kind of also realizing how much do you actually want to change your whole life, how much you want to change the whole structure in your life. So this is the moment when you're really going to awake. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Torini, you know that basically, you see, by the time you get to the mid part of this week, you are going to you know, it's to do with a little problem. It's to do with like something that has been affecting your finances and your financial situation. I mean, the good thing that is going to happen at around the midweek is that, you know, you are going to have like a nice reward from, you know, for your hard work. For example, there is something you're going to get when it comes to money and when it comes to finances, and, you know, it's not that you didn't expect it, but it's gonna be like a little bit better. It's gonna be like a little bit extra. So you can expect something like a materialistic, like money or something like that to get at around the midweek, for example. But as I said, you expected this, but it's gonna be a little bit better, but it's still not going to make you feel entirely like kind of happy or excited. It's just gonna be like kind of okay, but it's going to remind you, like going further with this, you know, you're really gonna be reminded of maybe certain financial difficulties or financial problems that you've been going through within the last few months, for example. And this in itself is really kind of going to make you think, you know. This is going to make you think. And then later on, you are going to have some kind of a like experience where other people are going to be involved. Some kind of a social experience, you know. Maybe there are going to be few people. Maybe there are going to be a couple of people around you. Maybe there is going to be a whole bunch of people around you. But the bottom line is you're really going to be enjoying yourself, and you're going to be having a great time. You will be surrounded by some really nice people. You're going to feel really relaxed, and some really amazing conversation is going to be going on. And then it all depends what you're going to be talking about and what are you going to hear, because there is something so important you're actually going to find out. You know, there is something so important you're going to find out, and what you're going to find out, it's really a lot to do with which compromise do you need to make right now in order to improve your finances and in order to improve your financial situation. And this is going to be really important, you know, when it comes to this compromise, because at the end of the day, this compromise is going to be extremely successful for you, because after that, not that long after that, you are going to have such an important negotiation. And that negotiation, it's, oh my God, it's going to be so significant when it comes to your finances and when it comes to your financial situation. And this negotiation, it's really going to point you towards the right direction, what to do exactly when it comes to money, you know. So this is why this is going to be so important. And by the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Torini, it's like basically you really need to follow your intuition when it comes to this unhealthy, some kind of unhealthy addiction. I'm sorry, but there is some kind of some kind of unhealthy addiction here at around the end of this week. And again, your intuition, it's like you need to pay attention to your intuition, because you're going to be intuitively guided. And I'm afraid this is something that you really need to pay attention to. It's to do with this really unhealthy habit, you know. It's to do with this really unhealthy habit. And you know, you just need to be really unhealthy habit, unhealthy attachment is to do with an unhealthy habit, and is to do with this really unhealthy attachment. And you will intuitively know what this actually is, my gorgeous Torini, and you really need to do something about it, because you know what, this is important. When it comes to this unhealthy attachment or this like kind of unhealthy habit, whatever this is, listen to me very carefully. It's much deeper than you can possibly imagine. And this is why you're going to be alarmed intuitively when it comes to it. If you don't stop doing this, you know, this unhealthy attachment or this rather unhealthy habit, you are gonna keep on being stuck in the past. This unhealthy habit and this unhealthy attachment, it's making you to be stuck in the past. And this is a big no-no, you know, it's making you to be stuck in the past. Now this is important, this is really important, and to get to get right. And I don't need to tell you to get this right, because I can see you thinking about it, and I can see you kind of like taking this seriously, maybe even for the first time in your life. Seriously. Seriously, yeah, for the first time in your life, honestly, because not that long after that moment in time, a little bit later on, something quite unexpected, it's going to happen. As long as you establish this, as long as you recognize this, and as long as you're honest with yourself, You're already one step forward, and that's all you need to do. You just need to reflect on this. You need to focus on this unhealthy attachment, and you just need to say to yourself, okay, I need to stop doing this. I need to do something about it, because this is making you to be stuck in the past. It hasn't got anything to do like with what happened to you in your past, but it is like kind of connected to it so much, in terms of you not being able to move on, or you're not being able to move forward. Emotionally, this is more important than you can possibly imagine. You have no idea what's going to happen after that moment in time. You have no idea. Okay, it's your coming home time. Your coming home time, my gorgeous Torini. This is going to be important. And also, do you know, like a little bit later on, as I mentioned, something unexpected is going to happen after that. Something unexpected is going to happen, and you know, this unexpected experience, completely unexpected experience, where you're gonna gain such an important insight, you know, and you really are not necessarily going to find your new truth, but your new truth, it's going to be confirmed. This is your new truth. Do you know what I mean? This idea where your passion for life is about to be ignited, that's your new truth. Do you understand what I mean? This is all your new truth, my gorgeous Torini. Just go with the flow and see where this flow is going to take you, because once you realize where this flow is going to take you, this life that you live now and the life that you lived before, you know, you're going to forget about it so quickly, how good it's actually going to be. So this is what I need you to understand. So now, my gorgeous Torini, I'm just going to have an additional tarot card message for this week. Let's just see what an additional message is going to be. An additional tarot card message for this week, my gorgeous Torini. It's going to be, oh my God, you know what? You are going to have a major victory as well. You're going to feel so proud. There is some kind of achievement, regardless what I said so far, regardless what I mentioned so far. Yes, I know there can be millions of things that can happen in 1 week. There is no doubt about it. As long as you're open-minded, oh my God, you'll absorb every single thing in. This means that you're also going to have a brilliant achievement, a brilliant recognition. It's to do with a message, it's to do with information, this information, maybe it's to do with a certain phone call which is going to change your life like instantly. But this in itself, it's really to do with you having such an important recognition. This is going to make you feel really good about yourself, and it's not so much about this recognition, but it's more about the way exactly you're going to feel. This is the best time of your life for you to be praised, for you to be praised, you know what I mean, and for you to feel so good about yourself, because it's more about the actual confidence you are indeed going to have and going to feel, especially when you find yourself at such an important stage of your life. And your other card, my gorgeous Torini. Now, on another hand, it's also, you know, you're going to have a brilliant idea when it comes to you doing something spiritual, or when it comes to you starting to visit maybe certain group of people that think alike, maybe a certain group of people that are spiritual like you. It is just about you having an idea and realization, like you want to join something, you want to be part of something as well, but at the same time you will be sharing the space with people who think like you. I really want you to understand that you should do, maybe it's even to do like some exercise, I don't know, it could be some exercise, it could be something spiritual, like you may be spending time with like-minded spirits, like-minded souls. It really depends what it is, but you're gonna have a brilliant idea, and this is to do with your private life, with your personal life, and with things that you are like kind of into. I strongly recommend you to go for it, because there are some really interesting acquaintances which are going to enter your journey. And your third card, my gorgeous Torini, Knight of Swords. You see this is fantastic, because you know the energy you are going to feel, it's going to be completely out of this world. But what else I was going to say to you, my gorgeous Torini, that when it comes to this week, again I'm seeing this person, and I've seen this person before. Somebody is really kind of going to be sad around you. Somebody's going to be really sad and negative around you, because the person who you are close to, and that person is close to as well, it's maybe changing a residence or something like that, or it's like kind of moving away, it's kind of gonna move far away or something like that, or you're not gonna be able to see one particular person as often as you want, or as often as you used to, you know. But it's to do with one very sensitive, beautiful soul in your life being really sad because this particular person is not going to be around anymore all the time. Do you know what I mean? And I really need you to step in and kind of reassure this person, because this is somebody really beautiful in your life. And both of you are going to benefit from this, you know, because both of you are connected. Hello my gorgeous people, just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions, and the more people subscribe to this channel, you know, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful.